Hello everybody, Striking as everyone. In today's video, we are going to be doing another weapon comparison. Today's video is going to be the ARX-160 Damnation, or the Royalty, versus the Steel Bite. Don't worry, the weapon comparisons are coming along. It's just it takes a little bit longer than it used to. Also, I'm sorry about uploading late the past couple days. I've been working, and I have to get stuff. I have to get stuff done. But don't worry, I'm back into the swing of things. I'm going to be recording a lot more. As I stated before, today's video is going to be the Steel Bite versus the Damnation. Don't know what's coming next, so don't patronize me. Probably going to be some weapon camp, the Noob2 versus Dynamo. But without further ado, let's jump in recoil testing. And off the bat, you're going to tell that the Steel Bite is these are both burst weapons. I'm gonna get that settled right now. So they both have really low recoil when compared to auto weapons, but the Damnation has a lot better recoil. Literally, you feel no recoil no matter what you do to the gun. It has absolutely minimal recoil. I'm going to point out right away that both these guns are outclassed by the hole puncher, but there is a clear winner between the two when you look at the stats. But the Damnation does have a couple cool things about it. But as you can see here, the Damnation has literally zero recoil. I'm so surprised by this, because this literally means this is a zero recoil gun. If you want, you can slap on a foregrip and literally have a 100% zero recoil, and then you can also slap on any crazy attachment you want because it has no recoil, as stated before. Well, you can see here, this is the Steel Bites, and that is also the Steel Bites. That is its normal spread. This is without the foregrip, and that is the Damnations. Now that we went over recoil testing, let's hop in to the ARX-160 Steel Bite. The ARX-160 Steel Bite is the second best ARX variant, and for good reason too. This weapon is very good at picking people off, and is altogether quite a powerhouse weapon, and it can turn the ARX into one of the best guns in Advanced Warfare. Now, without further ado, let's jump into the statistics of the ARX-160 Steel Bite. The Steel Bite states +3 damage and -2 accuracy with a fire rate decrease. The +3 damage is added to its 1 burst kill range, being able to only get a 1 to 2 burst kill. The standard ARX deals 35 damage, 32 damage, and then 20. The Steel Bite deals 35, 35, 25, essentially meaning that at most it will take 5 shots to kill. But for the most part, you're going to be getting mostly 3 shots due to the fact that this weapon's 3-shot kill range has been increased from, I think it was 6 meters to 51 meters. That is an insane increase on multiple levels. This is one of, if not the biggest increases to range I've seen in this game by far. Besides the impact, which is always a one-shot. I'm going to point out right away the hole puncher is better, mainly due to its lack of fire rate decrease, but this one does have a fire rate decrease. The fire rate is decreased from, I think, 1,000 RPM to 857, which may not seem like much, but if you put this in perspective, now it bursts quite a bit slower. Its burst is approximately, I think, 527, compared to the standard 600 round per minute burst, which is kind of sad. To top it off, it also has a increase on 20% increase to 20% increase to hipfire, view kick, not hipfire, what the hell am I talking about? To view kick, meaning that this gun will kick a lot more than the standard variant. As you saw before, it kind of went all over the place while the Damnation did not. It's not the biggest thing. You can slap a foregrip on it and it removes almost all kick from the gun, and it's a burst weapon anyway, so you're not going to really feel it. It's not like if that was on like an MP11 or something, I wouldn't even touch the MP11, because that's just ridiculous. Besides the fire rate nerf and the accuracy, the gun has no other debuffs, no hidden debuffs, and is a very good, powerful weapon. This is definitely the second best ARX-160 variant. Keep this if you have it. If you have the hole puncher, I would keep that over this, because the hole puncher does have that increase, the rate of fire normal, so you can really spam it if you need to, if you're up close and personal. But this weapon is definitely a top tier weapon. Do not let someone confuse you or trick you into thinking, oh, I have an ARX, I'll be able to outrun them easily. No, this gun will take you out very fast, very good. Definitely one of the best variants. I think from what you've heard so far, oh yeah, if you don't know what the 35 damage means, it means this one burst up to 51 meters, to put into perspective, because it's 3-shot kill, and this gun's a 3 burst every shot. It also has high penetration akin to snipers and LMGs, as stated before, which is very good. That's really all on the ARX-160. I don't really know, there's no real other stats, so without further ado, we're going to jump into the ARX-160 Damnation. running a full party when this was going on, so I was able to do a lot better than I think I would have had I been alone. But without further ado, let's jump in. The Damnation, I would say, is definitely a kind of good, kind of bad gun. It's good in some aspects, but bad in some aspects, which you will see in this video today. So, without further ado, let's jump into the statistics of the ARX 160 Damnation. The Damnation has a 10% in range increase, which let's start off with that, which means it boosts its 3-shot kill range up from about 6 meters to 6.6 meters, which isn't big. It still isn't going to get one burst killed out any far or any distance, which kind of sucks. This weapon has, I believe, 3 debuffs. I don't have the stat chart. Oh god, this ought to be fun. The big increase, though, on the ARX 160 Damnation is its plus 20 or 25%, correct me if I'm wrong, plus 25% reduction on recoil, which essentially means this gun has extremely low view kick, which essentially means this gun is going to have 0% extremely low view kick when you're shooting it. Literally, I felt no view kick. I slapped on a quick draw grip. I could have slapped on anything, and I would have still had no view kick, because the gun is just that damn accurate. However, with this comes a damage decrease, which sucks really badly. The damage is probably annoying. I didn't really notice it because I stayed more mid-range, and that range increase really keeps you out of that, out of the no bueno zone, I would say. Out of that 19-meter range. However, you may get it if you're going for those very long-range shots. It also has a fire rate decrease, the same thing as the Steel Bite. It goes down to approximately 857 RPM. I did feel that this one I spammed a bit more than the Steel Bite, because the Steel Bite got a lot more one burst, while this one did not have, it does not have any one burst, which kind of sucks. So altogether, what do I think about the Damnation? Compared to the Steel Bite, it's kind of a meh. I mean, you can probably tell by earlier that it's obvious which one's going to win, but the Damnation does have quite a few redeeming factors, I feel, on its side, but I'll get to that later when I announce the winner, which you guys will probably guess which one is by now. If you're wondering my personal opinion of Damnation, I like it. I really do like it. It's probably one of my favorite ARX variants. It's very fun to play, to mess around with, as I was going to say, to play with, and it's very, very good at range. This gun, when I first saw it and I saw the damage decrease over range, I'm like, oh, it's going to be horrible at range. Nope, its mid-range has been quite increased, so you can hit people quite far away, and you can deal a lot of damage at range. But when you hit that 19-meter mark, which is actually not too far, it's kind of annoying. I really did not like how I dropped how it dropped off quite fast. I wish the range buff was more significant, so then they could 3 burst at certain ranges, like a point blank, or more up close than it does normally, because it really doesn't one burst at all, which sucks. Which is kind of what you look for when you want a burst weapon. You want one burst potential, or just the burst, how fast you can burst it. Because if you have either of those, you'll be good. I prefer one burst potential because I like being able to shoot you with all 3 of my bullets, or 4, or however many it is, and you drop dead as soon as that happens. So with all that said, that is the ARX 160 Damnation. There is no more stats for me to cover on it. There's no more further opinion. That's really all. I mean, the gun, kind of a meh. Definitely a fun variant to use, though. If you have it, I would recommend keeping it. It's better than no ARX variant. That is all. That is all for the ARX 160. Now, we're going to move on to the winner of today's debate. Without further ado, let's jump in.
Hey, secure. Our UAV is online. We're winning this fight. Enemy has C. Enemy taking Bravo. Care package inbound. Losing Bravo. We lost B. Losing A. B secure. We lost A. We lost Alpha. C secure. Our UAV is online. Enemy taking C. Securing Alpha. Enemy taking Bravo. We lost B. Half time. Light 'em up and put 'em
And
down.
the winner of today's debate is the Steel Bite. While the ARX 160 Damnation does have quite a few redeeming factors, the Steel Bite triumphs over its ability to one-shot up to 51 meters. If, like I said before, if the Damnation had some sort of redeeming one-burst kill range increase, I feel it would outclass the Steel Bite because of its such low recoil. But the Steel Bite, but considering that it doesn't, and the Steel Bite has a 51 meter one-shot kill range, the Steel Bite ultimately wins. Its range is extremely ridiculous. It has an extremely ridiculous one-burst kill range. You will almost always get a one-burst. I think, I'm trying to put this into perspective. I don't think any map you won't get a one burst on unless you're looking diagonally, like across the map, and somehow the map is open diagonally. The ARX 160 Damnation, though, is a decent variant. I wouldn't say it's as strong as the Damnation. You're definitely not going, the Steel Bite. The Damnation is definitely a good variant. It's not as strong as the Steel Bite. The Steel Bite definitely has that one burst kill range. It has, it does have the recoil downside, but I'll take one burst on anywhere on the map for recoil any day. Don't know about you. That's kind of my preference. I love having a one burst. Being able to one burst people is amazing. With that said, though, both of these weapons are easily outclassed by the Hole Puncher, which, like as stated before, doesn't have the high penetration, but has the same damage buff as the Steel Bite, and in turn, you can spam it all you want, because it's spam-proof. Now, the Damnation is not the worst variant. I feel like with the Insanity and the Bare Fist, the one variant is really strong, and the other variant's kind of like a more balanced, you need skill to use it. The Damnation requires a lot more skill to use than the Steel Bite. Steel Bite, you can pick up one burst at most ranges. The Damnation actually requires some skill. You need to know, okay, I need to do this, this, and this, or I need to be at range to take out this guy. Well, I'm not saying that the Steel Bite doesn't require some skill to use. It still does. It's a burst weapon and not an auto weapon, but it does, just compared to the Damnation, it requires a bit more skill. That's really all for these two weapons. Like I stated before, the Hole Puncher beats both of them. But if you truly want to know why the Steel Bite won, I will go down to the nitty-gritty statistics of both weapons. Both of them have the same fire rate decrease, so fire rate we're not looking at here, it doesn't matter. The ARX 160 Damnation, while having a nice accuracy buff, that view kick buff that literally does an insane amount of work at range, does not contain the damage or required to hit 3 bursts or one burst kills, 3 shots or 1 burst kills normally. The ARX 160 Damnation is normally a 2 burst, and at long range can be a 3 burst, which is essentially 9 shots. That is quite an insane amount. That literally is like that's like pea shooter range at that point. The range increase is nice, but it's only approximately 10%, and it isn't that noticeable. You're not going to notice oh, I got this nice range increase. No, it's not that noticeable. Compared to the Steel Bite, which has a 51 meter one burst kill range, I'll take the recoil. The recoil can be easily solved with a foregrip. And it's the same fire rate. The Steel Bite had one dominating over the Damnation. Damnation still has a couple redeeming factors, but compared to the Steel Bite, it is just bad. That's really all for these two weapons. There really is no more statistics to cover on them, and like I stated before, the Hole Puncher outclasses both these weapons by far. Don't even assume that the Hole Puncher will win. It will always win. It will always win. Hole Puncher always wins. Anyway, before I went into a chance stating that the Hole Puncher always wins, that is all for today's video. If you did enjoy, please like and subscribe. Sorry this video because it's coming out a bit late. I have been working the past couple days, as stated before and previously. So we're making some money, so I haven't had the time to record as much. I am recording a bit later, and I don't have the upload. I am going to get the upload into the swing of the things though, so as soon as I get up, I upload, and then I get the video out to you guys. So don't worry, that is going back, that you are going to get videos early again. I just gotta make two videos tonight to get back into the swing of things. So that's all, as stated before. If you did enjoy, please like and subscribe. So, without further ado, goodbye.
Our UAV is online. We're winning this fight.